Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in today for another episode of Heinz Sight. We are live every Wednesday, if you do not know that, every 2 p.m. From Eastern Time, unless it is stipulated otherwise. We are trying new times, so we're trying this time for now. And we'll see where that time lands us in the next month, because it could be need for a change, or it could be the same time. But without further, there is a special case in the UK that's happened, that if you are overseas, if not like in Europe, because I believe a fair bit of people in Europe, Spain, France, for example, maybe even more so in Europe, may have heard about the case of Mason Greenwood. I'm going to go into the details of this case because this was a case, in my opinion, as the title suggests, it was a case that was very credible. It had corroborating evidence that accompanied, let me rephrase that it had corroborating material that accompanied the allegations that was made by Mason Greenwood's girlfriend at the time, and shocking turn of events, still the current girlfriend. But that's pretty much what we're going to talk about today. It's that elephant in the room. And this is literally we usually do this. We discuss domestic violence cases on here, not just domestic violence, false accusations, parental alienation. For a couple of episodes, we've done that. We've also looked at male abuse and sexual assault. We have looked at all of that, and every 7th episode, I do this thing. Well, to be honest, on the first episode, we discussed psychosis. It wasn't information resource intense. We have candid discussions like this. This one is not really going to be resource intense at all, because the last few streams that we've done, like episode 1, that was in looking, like I said, the psychosis killer. Episode 7, actually, let me share it so that you guys can come in with me. 1 second. Let me share with you. I actually did not even plan at all to even use the sharing thing, apart from sharing with you the official statement that was made by CPS when they chose not to pursue the case further. Outside of that, I wasn't really gonna share too much. But let's just go into there. So for this particular episode, there will be no ketchup squeeze. Well, there will be one ketchup squeeze, but it's pretty much tied to the stream. Anyway, let me share with you so that hold up, so that you can see. Why can't I find it? Oh, yeah, that's because. Oh my gosh. All right. Done. Never mind. I can't do it right now. I will try and fix that while I get ready. But the point is, if you check out, actually, you know what? Let me just go and do it. 1 second. There has to be a way. It's just me. I have a lot of tabs open, so I'm like, I can't find my desired. Yeah. Anyway, let me go ahead and go here. Shout out to everyone that are online, by the way. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for tuning in, and I hope you are ready for the stream. I am still waiting for a couple more people to join, which is kind of could be a motivator for this low stalling exercise that I'm doing right now. I'm joking, but yeah, just waiting for a couple more people to join as I am making these announcements. 1 second. Okay. So this is the YouTube. Hold up. Yep. Hold on a second. apologies. Oh, and add. 1 second. Okay, so while everyone is here, and I am trying to locate where I need to go. I do have a lot of tabs on. Don't forget to like the stream, because once we do get started, we will get started. So it's just me just doing the housekeeping right now. While it's 5 minutes into the stream, I will give the full rundown of this particular case. I started following the case, the Mason Greenwood case. I'm referencing. I started following that. Not as it hit, and I'll explain all of this, but I started following it the minute she had decided to get back with him. So I'll give it the full background and every sort of event. I've been following this case since. I don't need, to be honest, I can probably find you the source on the fly anyway, but I don't really need to show you, because if you really just look online, it's pretty obvious. It's been a big story here in the UK. But nonetheless, here, this is what I was referring to in terms of the previous talks, like this one. That is very similar to this one. This is the talk I was referring to. 1 second, let me just make. Yeah, that's the one. Okay, so these are the talks I was referring to. I'm sorry. Yeah. So where are we? So this is it. This is where we started. Nope. That was Danny Alves. This is where we started. Episode 1. That was the first episode. Was very and I do this where I don't necessarily. I just pick up a topic that I just be candidly honest, not really a much more resource intensive, where we like looking for the Holy Grail or something. I don't know. These side quests that we've been on for the past few episodes, like this Kevin Spacey episode, etc. Oh, okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Nom de Plume. I completely forget that sometimes that happens with this. I do apologize. Thank you so much for that. Oh, one day. Right, so this was the episode 7. So every 7th episode, we always go candid and we pick a case that really deserves that in-depth discussion based on just the nature of the allegations alone and just how crazy it is. So that was parental alienation that we were speaking about, and this was planned, but this episode 13, it just fell, and that was necessarily, this was the last episode that we talked about where power actor Michael Rainey Jr. was sexually assaulted by a woman, and the response around that, we covered all of that. So you can go back and watch those to kind of get an idea of what this stream is going to be about after, or just go watch it afterwards and pretty much get my views on what happened back then as well, especially the Michael Rainey one, because that one was really personal, really personal. So in regards though to Mason Greenwood, well, again, it's just off the cuff, and it is going through the timeline, going through what has been publicly available so far, what has come to light, and also I must remind you guys, especially if you're not in the UK, I must remind you guys, especially if you're not in the UK, depending on how this stream goes, this could be the end of my because it's one of those, it's very controversial here in the UK. It's one of those cases that even if you say the right thing, if someone is ruffled the wrong way, this is, so end of the day, I'm gonna say what I have to say. I would just want to preface everything here. I think it's guilty. Whatever happened, all I have to go by is the material that I heard when I first heard about this case. That material will never change my mind unless something comes out that alters that. It will never change my mind. That event happened, and that's all. I have to put it out there because the next part that I'm going to talk about is very nuanced, and nuance does not exist on the internet. We just have to accept that reality. It just doesn't. I have accepted it. Otherwise, this stream wouldn't exist. I have thought for so long in regards to this stream. In fact, there's a story even tied with this stream that was even meant to come out earlier. But unfortunately, it fell through. And that was supposed to be an interview. We're going to get into that. But let me just go to the chat quickly. Nom de plume has thank you. It always takes my surprise. I think God is talking to me. well, no, it's just me. But I do apologize though. I hate the technicals. I really do hate the technicals because I just want to have a one smooth show that everyone can listen back on replay and even watch live without any interruption or anything like that. So today I'm going to try and keep it at 1 hour 30 minutes. Like I said, it's not going to be a long one. For those that are tuned in right now, utilize the chat. Let me know how you're feeling. Let me know what cases you want me to look at, because I do have a lot of shows planned out. And like I said, every 7th episode, you can always expect a candid stream like this where I just speak off the cuff. So this is episode 21, episode 28. You know what to do. You know what's coming. So Mason Greenwood. I'll be very honest. If you mention this name to anyone in the UK, people will look at you sideways. If it's not accompanied by the words of "I reject its actions," they will think you support its actions. If in any way, and I really believe this, if in any way you call for some kind of peace and civility in regards to the discussion of Mason Greenwood, not that I've seen any proof of this of what I'm about to say, but I think it's met with austerity, because I still think that, and they're not wrong at all. I just want to make it clear. Everyone's feelings towards Mason Greenwood can be justified, and in fact is justified by the material that's already out there. But the point I'm making is, even if you're like, okay, it's done now, the girl is with him, it's an issue. There is literally no nuance to speak about this, and that is the elephant in the room. Let's give a bit of background to what happened with Mason Greenwood. So I don't know the exact date, but it was sometime in 2021. I found out I believe it was in January 2022. Could be early 2022, late 2021. But the video that I watched, that I believe a creator, it was like a 1 or 2 minute video. A creator had the audio. I don't know who gave him the audio. He most likely just ripped it off the Instagram and just, I don't know what happened. But he had the audio in which he had put onto his channel, explain what didn't even explain. He just let the audio speak for itself, really. After giving a bit of refresher, and that was it. I'm not gonna link. I am gonna link it into the description so you can go watch it for yourself. But I'm not gonna play it on this stream. I'm not gonna show the pictures on this stream. It is very easily accessible. Because it's out there. You can't miss it. If you type it on Twitter, it comes up. But the thing is, when I found that out, I did not care. But I was like, okay, Man United play up, cool. I was like, okay. Like 21-year-old doing this, why am I not surprised? I was surprised though when the CPS just all of a sudden decided to withdraw, I believe 2023, late 2023. This took me by surprise. I did not see this coming, especially with the evidence that was already out there. So I was like, this was at this time I have my channel, but I was working on my Debt v Heard docuseries that is out now for you to watch on the channel. Shameless plug, you go check that out. But I was working on that, so I just had no time to really look into this case. I just had no time to talk about this case, basically. So let me read this because this is usually what is mentioned. So going to the chat, Nom de plume is right by saying the CPS dropped the case because the main witness chose to withdraw, which is true. They did drop the case for that reason. However, that's not what I come to learn much later, because when I first heard that, it was from a YouTube video. I believe it was HITC 7s, and the same video that I've watched, which particularly inspired this stream to be more off the cuff and not resource intensive, because I don't have anything to like prove or receipts to just drop at you, because it's not like no one was there. No one has any private knowledge to these people. We can only respond to what people say online, or even respond to the allegations. Speculate. That's all we can do, which leads it doesn't mean much. There's no facts outside of the materials that we have. But when I first heard that, I was like, okay, that's why they withdrew. Harriet walked away? That sounds a bit weird. I don't know about you, but my brain, that wasn't enough. I was like, no. I have seen, how does murder cases get prosecuted then? Because if it's just contingent on the witness, then you have, obviously in murder cases, you have the defendant who is also a witness, but the deceased is also a witness, but is deceased. You can't exactly call that deceased to come and testify. And if no one is at the scene, what do you go by? You have, depending on the murder weapon, you have the blood, DNA, all those things. So I'm like, if you can prosecute a murder case, and I know it's a completely different case, I will provide more examples, but the point is, oh, by the way, I am not going to say he's exonerated. Just to put it out there. I'm not going to say that. He was not exonerated. That's true. You can only be exonerated of something if it has been tried. That I'm thankful for saying that, because I would have forgotten to actually disclaim that. No, I do not think that Mason Greenwood, contrary to what he has put out on his social media post, contrary to what the first thing that came out when he went to get to Getafe on loan in Spain, contrary to all of that, no, he was not exonerated. No, he was not. All charges were dropped. That's true, but that doesn't mean the stain is gone. It just means that due process did its job. This is why we have due process. I mean, unfortunately, this one looks like they slipped through the cracks, but this is the point of it. And we have to remember this, because end of the day, we could be in this situation where only me and you, or anyone who is probably in this situation, would only know the details of that case. If you know that you are innocent in any way, then if you know you're innocent in any way, I am the type of person that will make sure that you go through everything that Mason Greenwood went through as well, in terms of making sure that they collected enough evidence to bring this case forward and have the witnesses. If they don't have that, I believe if they still brought the case, even with nothing, I believe that's a violation of due process, even if it is for Mason Greenwood. Now, Now, I said something which was in regards to the material, in regards to reading, in regards to hearing what people were saying about the fact that the charges were dropped. That was it. That's all I heard. Until I was like, I need to know more, because you can't just drop the charges like this. This seems so weird. I thought about murder, like I gave the example of the murder case, but I was like, even with the murder case, you don't even need to have someone to be murdered. People that rob the store, for example, all you have is the cashier, right? And if he chooses, if he's like, no, I know those guys, I'm scared to testify. No, I don't want them to run up on my store. Let them just take what they take. Do you think the police are gonna be like, but they got a CCTV there, they can get a subpoena to actually stop this? They got a subpoena there. They got a CCTV that they can actually identify. Keyword here is identify the person that actually did it. They've got that information. They not only that, they have come into they have got that. They have also got from that they've got his ID, all those things. Do you really think that for some reason, because the cashier at the store refuses to actually sit down in court to testify against these people, that the police are going to be like, yeah, we don't know who that is. Matter of fact, let's not prosecute. Let's just go. There is there is a reason why I'm saying this. Nom de plume is right because it says the official line was evidence emerged which show context of the videotape in a different light. Suspicious that new evidence has not been made public, in my opinion. Nom de plume, again, this is right, but I haven't seen this where it says that it's in a different light. I do have the official statement that was made by I do have the official statement that was released by CPS. I'm not going to mention who the person is, even though I kind of spoiled it in the but I will take it down after the stream anyway. I literally just realized that they did actually anonymize her at the time. I was like, oh shoot, yeah, that's true. So even though I do know who she is because of the fact, just for the pure virtue of just being a football nerd, just because I do know who she is, a lot of people don't. So I think I fumbled the ball there, but nonetheless, it's not like something that can't be fixed, But but for those that don't know, again, this is probably something that if you're in the football world, you're going to know, you're going to figure out anyway. So I'm not gonna say the names. Just Google them. Just look for it's out there basically. But I'm not gonna mention them on this stream or anything like that. But this is something. But okay. So when they did say that new evidence has come to light in regards with the Mason Greenwood case, what was this evidence that they were basically pointing to? This evidence that they're basically pointing to, no one actually knows. And I'm going to go into why I believe no one actually knows what anything is going on in regards to this case. Because not only, you would think, like, before I actually share the statement, you would think that it would be in Manchester United's best interest that if they have something that is exculpatory for Mason Greenwood and for their hazard, because he was only 22 at the time. Like, let's talk business for a second. Let's sidebar for a second. If this material was exonerating, it has always baffled me to a point. You know what? I'm getting ahead of myself. Sorry. I'm getting ahead of myself. 1 second. Let me just type this into the chat quickly. Okay. The elephant in the room. Okay, so that is the title of this stream. The elephant in the room. That's literally it. It's the title of this stream. Is the actual, yeah. So this is episode 21, and the title is called The Elephant in the Room. And and you will see why I basically called it this. But anyway, moving on. Let me put it into a poll for you guys so that you guys can do you think he is, do you think Greenwood has exculpatory evidence? Let me put it like that. Exculpatory evidence. Yes, no. I need more, basically. Let me go into the chat because you guys, the poll is up there, but you guys have been active in the chat. Let me see what you guys have to say. Defense more. This is the first time we're seeing you. Thank you so much for tuning in. She says, sorry, I had to stay for 5, watching on 1.5 to catch up. Welcome anyway. Thank you so much for coming. If it were me, accused of SA, whatever evidence is out there, no matter how embarrassing, which proof I am not, I would, 100%. Even if I was naked in the video that exonerates me, and I have the smallest penis in this planet, and it's like, it's not even 1 inch. I'm wishing for 1 inch. It's 0.2. So even if that's my penis size, I would still publicize this. There is no way you are calling me a rapist, abuser, and I'm not. I'm sorry, rapist, SA, all of those things. I'm gonna pop out. If I know, I'm popping out the worst way. I'm making sure that you regret even mentioning me and putting me near that. So I am with you on this one. If it was actually me accused of this, I don't care if I am tied to Arsenal. Like Arsenal, my favorite club. I don't care what it would look for their PR. That, you know, I don't care. I would literally exonerate. Like, no, I'm with you. I know everything changes when you are in that situation. I know everything changes when you're in that situation, but you need to at least have an idea or at least a conviction about who you are as a person. Because honestly speaking, at least no, I don't care. No one is silencing me of this. I don't care. No one. I can't imagine it. Yeah, good point. That literally sent me into a spiral of thinking about it. That sent me into a spiral of thinking about it. Okay, so let's go into this CPS. Let me get it up. Let's go into the CPS. Let me go. Okay. Oh gosh, I need to sort out. That's one. I need to sort out where I put my stuff. Oh gosh, that's not right. Okay. Let me hold up. That's not right. Bear with me 1 second. Just need a few seconds just to sort this out. Okay. Oh gosh, that's not good. It's echoing back now.